Mohammed Kamara. All right. I know it's loud there. I can repeat something if I need to repeat something. You're here on a charge of minor driving under the influence of alcohol. You'll be released as long as you promise to show up for your court date, which is set for the 23rd of October before the City of Denton Municipal Court. We need 2 signatures from you. The first says you understood your rights. The second says you promised to show up for that court date.
This will trigger comments here.
Do we have Loliwa? Samuel?
Yes, sir.
You're here.
We are on the record in 2024 CR 420, State of Kansas versus John Raymond Hanna. Please announce appearances.
Jerry here on behalf of the state.
Your Honor, Darren Patterson, appearing on behalf of John Hanna. Mr. Hanna does appear via Zoom audio-visual from the Butler County Jail. Judge, this is a case where I am requesting the court to allow me to withdraw. I would just tell the court that communication has broken down to the point where counsel and client are not able to discuss the case any further, and would ask substitute counsel be appointed, or Mr. Hanna may hire counsel. I don't know.
Mr. Hanna, are you able to hire counsel?
I'll have to look into it, but I'm pretty sure I can figure something out.
Well, if you can hire an attorney, you should hire your own attorney. But you apparently told me or someone else that you couldn't afford an attorney early on, and you received court appointed.
No, I'm saying that I have been in court. I've been pretty much in a situation where I was supposedly incarcerated, to where I haven't been able to contact my family members. What I explained. That's how I explain that. I don't like contacting my family members from facilities like this. Because I had problems still my mail and identity theft, so I don't really condone talking to my family member and giving out addresses in a situation like this with these people who don't have what they call a 922E or a 912E jurisdiction. So we can continue on if you want to try to. I just jurisdiction right now.
Well, what in the world is a 912E jurisdiction?
I'm the judge. You're supposed to figure it out. I'm telling you for.
I can't figure out something that doesn't exist.
It does exist, but I'm saying if you don't exist, I understand. If you don't know, I mean, it's not my fault.
Well, it is. If you're going to bring something up that I'm not familiar with, you're going to have to tell me what it is.
No, it's jurisdiction. I mean, you supposed to look it up. Everything you hired a counsel for me. You hired a counsel for me, and this dude is over here like supposed to be the. And then and the other thing, dude told me that the court that he said it was gonna be 3 days from now. He didn't say it was gonna be today.
Who told you that?
He did. The attorney did.
All right, Mr. Regier, do you know what this? Tell me that number again. What is that number you're citing, sir, for jurisdiction?
922E.
920.
And you got a 912E too.
And a 912.
Yeah, the corporate courts are illegal in the United States, pretty much.
Corporate courts are illegal?
Pretty much illegal in the United States, yeah, pretty much.
Okay, that's
on the Brady violation as well. Maryland versus Brady.
I know Brady.
Yeah, Maryland versus Brady, yeah. And when we addressed this issue, you should have started with Maryland versus Brady. When you addressed me before anything, you're supposed to address me with Maryland versus Brady.
All right, stop it right now. I'm not going to keep taking your abuse.
Okay, I'm not going to take abuse. I don't want to lock those handcuffs on.
All right, you're going to stop it. You're going to settle down, and you're going to show respect for the court.
It's my house.
Stop it right now.
I built this, whatever. I built it. I'll pay down this bill.
You will stop it right now. I understand we have a screen between us.
Yeah, okay. I know we have a screen between us. I don't even know if you're in the courtroom, for real. Let's do a video.
Well, I think I understand why Mr. Patterson, a very experienced, very competent, qualified attorney, can't
I
work
got
with
one.
you.
I got a couple of them too.
You will stop it
Well,
right
if you
now.
got him and you can afford him, there's no reason the taxpayers ought to be paying for your attorney.
No, I pay. What do you mean? I'm the taxpayer that pay for my attorney. Point blank. Quit telling my intelligence, please.
Well, I'd order them to take you into custody, but you're already there.
I know I'm in custody, and you went up on my bond in custody. What is how you do that? Oh, that's what Department of Justice right there. Thank you. Are there any more things to issue, Mr. Jay? What's the prosecutor's
You
name?
address me. Stop it. Mr. Patterson, you are most definitely excused from this case for the reasons cited. You may journalize the dismissal.
Yes, Judge.
And I don't see any need to point anyone else because the defendant's telling me he can afford an attorney. What do you need to hire your attorney?
Let me figure it out and I get to it. I don't like to make rush decisions, especially in handcuffs.
All right, Mr. Regier, have you ever heard of this?
Thank you.
What he's talking
Justice
about?
behind him too.
Stop talking. Do you, Mr.
Whatever.
Regier? Mr. Regier, do you know what he's in reference to when he says 922E jurisdiction and 912E jurisdiction?
I wrote that down backwards.
Judge, I think those are pursuant to federal rules of procedure.
Definitely.
We're not in federal court, so I don't keep
But
myself.
you have to go by my constitutional rights for a due process. For to be a corporate court, it could because you're financed by federal money. This is not financed by the people here in this county. You get government grants to run this place from the feds.
Where in the world did you hear that?
It's the truth.
Where'd you hear it?
I don't matter what I heard because I do my own research. I'm not answering that question. I would plead the fifth on that question.
Well, I don't know what he's talking about.
Exactly.
It's a federal rule, but this is not.
So we can bring up the competency of the court right now. We'll have to turn just on that. Do we need any issues, Mr. Prosecutor? The Department of Justice will be emailing you pretty soon.
Sir, let me explain something to you. You are in the district court, 13th Judicial District.
For misdemeanor accusation.
State of Kansas. This is not federal court.
I understand federal court.
The rules that apply are the Kansas statutes annotated. Yes, the Constitution applies, but you're not citing Constitution. You're citing apparently federal rules of evidence that apply in federal courts, not in Kansas.
No, that doesn't apply in federal court. It applies to a state because it goes with Maryland versus Brady.
Where did you get your law degree?
You don't have to have a law degree. Doesn't matter about that because I've been educated by the best attorneys in the United States. One of them is I happen to be real close to one of their daughters. A few of them.
I never met him.
And their sons. And I personally know a U.S. Supreme Court judge as well.
All right, so Mr. Patterson is allowed to withdraw, and that's at your request, Mr. Hanna. You want him off your case, right?
Definitely.
All right, so this time is going to count against you so that you can get a new attorney. And you told me you were going to hire your attorney. Is that right?
Yeah, I said I will figure it out. Is what I said.
All right, so you'll figure it out. You don't want the court to address another court appointed, right?
Pretty much not. Not with that competency level.
Not a court appointed attorney. So let's have the notes reflect. He does not want a court appointed attorney. He questions the competency level.
I'm going to go after the prosecutor now.
Oh, you want to go? You said you want to go
against prosecuting. Thank you. Say put that on the record. Terry Fire got on paper. Thank you, Mr. Prosecutor.
So what did you say? You want to go after the prosecutor?
No, I said we will holler at the Department of Justice. We'll talk to him. Go after his accusation is what I said. Confront his accusation with the Department of Justice. That's what I said. Thank you. Is there anything else I can get back to where I was legally incarcerated at?
Deputy, do you think that does he normally behave competently? I'm wondering if I need to do a competency evaluation. Anyone want to be heard on that?
I've already had one.
In this case, you have?
No, I have one on my federal case. I felt competent because everything I stated with it's already backed by law.
Well, I am going to, on my own motion, order that there be a competency evaluation. That can be done in the county jail because I'm not sure you're tracking, Mr. Hannah.
Good for you. I don't care if you think that or not, because I can decline it. I can decline that. And if I'm found incompetent, that means you can't do what? You can't put me in a court of law. So you just made another mistake.
Well, if you're found to be incompetent, you will go to
Ooh, this
a
one's
state
feisty.
security hospital.
So I'm
where
on it. You can't legally commit me to a hospital.
Yeah, I can if
No, you
the
can't.
evidence is there, yes.
No, you
Oh, yeah.
can't. That just goes to show you try to commit me to a that's illegal. You can't do that either.
And she can.
Well, he's set for jury trial this week. I'm going to continue the jury trial because he needs a new attorney. The time will count against him.
So they have to do illegal commits, take people's property, identity theft. Yes.
And we need to do a competency evaluation. We will set this over. When's my next available jury trial date, Jen?
February 23rd for the pretrial, February 25th and 26th for the jury trial.
You said 26th, and did you say 25 and 26?
That's correct, Your Honor.
Okay. All right. So the defendant is ordered to be here February 23rd for pretrial and February 25th and 26th in person for a jury trial. And then when I get the motion on file for competency, then we'll set the competency hearing before then, of course. I see you have had a U.S. Marshal hold on federal charges. That was back in April of last year. I see there was a previous failure to appear.
I was in Butner on evaluation because I had to get rid of the last attorney I had. His name he was going under a fake name. His name was Kurt Burrows, and his name was Beeman Howard. So I had to remove from my case because he wasn't even who he said he was.
Well, I don't know.
Party mistake. Yes. Yeah, conflict of interest. Yeah, I've had to remove from the case.
Well, I don't know either of those names. That must be on your felony charges.
Yeah, felon possession firearm, which I got a settlement on. Then I got a settlement when I was in federal prison for it. Got a settlement for it. I've been illegally detained. It's in the law books.
And I see your first appearance, 9/6 of 24th. You were found to the court at that time. I think that might have been Judge Satterfield. I'm not sure. Found you very combative and challenging jurisdiction even then. Oh, it was Judge Sanders. That was retired former Chief Judge Sanders. Okay, former Chief Judge Sanders. All right. Well, I think everything is resolved. Anything else, Mr. Regier or Mr. Patterson, we need to address on this matter?
Your Honor, more of a point of clarification. If the court is ordering a competency evaluation, the state will be requesting clarification as to who has prepared the appropriate journal entry.
If your staff has those forms available and wants to do that, that would be fine. If not, I'll have to do it myself.
Very good, Your Honor.
And Judge, I'm out of the case, of course, but I think Mr. Regier knows that it's supposed to be the local mental health department that does the initial evaluation.
Yes.
The state is well aware of that, Your Honor.
Thank you.
There's conflict of interest. He doesn't want interest.
Where's the conflict of interest, sir?
The prosecutor cannot give me he cannot be the one that gives me a competency hearing because he doesn't have my he's the one that is he's the one accusing me of something. He's the one that brought up the charge. So he can't be the one in charge of my mental competency hearing because it is a conflict of interest. It has to be somebody who has my interest.
Well, I don't have your
or somebody that's subjective to it. Objective point of view, it can't be him.
Okay, well, I'm the one that is ordering the competency evaluation. He just has the staff to do the paperwork, but I'm the one ordering it.
Okay, so, yeah, you shouldn't have said that though. It's on record.
She did.
All right.
She did. She said on my own motion.
That's the order, and deputy, please, I'm remanding him back to your custody, the custody of the sheriff, to take him back wherever you need to take him.
Thank you, Your Honor.
You're welcome.
Judge, we have two more in custody. Cheyenne Pamp.
Okay.
Oh, good Lord. That was fantastic. That was absolutely fantastic. I have to thank Law Nerds Unite, or as you know, I'm Zach, who put me onto that midstream. Let's go over and see if we can still get MaGoo in here. There he is. The man, the myth, the legend.
Yes. Oh, God, I know. As soon as Ms. Woods returns, I'll call the MaGoo matter.
Who wants to get Frank? Frank down, Frank 9, round up for the court, we'll have to go. Ma'am, are you a whore? You're not a whore? Not a whore? You're not a whore? I never want to hear it again. You're not a whore? Not a whore? You're not a whore? I never want to hear it again. It gets worse.
There were drugs involved that were given to me that ended up being glue. Like, I smoked some glue and stuff. I thought I was smoking crack.
Let's go! You didn't say the cat jumped on his mirror, did you? Sit down and shut up. Shut up. Shut up. Cat jumped on his mirror. Cat jumped on his mirror. Shut up. Cat jumped on his mirror. Cat jumped on his mirror. Shut up. Cat jumped on his mirror. Cat jumped on his mirror. Shut up. Cat jumped on his mirror. Cat jumped on his mirror. Shut up.
Can you just let this go for once? For once? Once?
Okay, that dude knows.
Mr. Shorts.
Everybody fucking dance.
You're not a whore? You're not a whore? I never want to hear it again. You're not a whore? You're not a whore? I never want to hear it again.
Now, if anybody thinks this is okay, I am in the wrong.
There is no schedule at Law Talk Nation. You can only pay, you get a notification. If you're lucky, it's a spicy fornication. It's another day on Law Talk with Mike. We got pre-trial on the dial. Planning always make your chest smile. The pros say can't ever share a file. Defendants are always in denial. He was not driving, he's traveling. His reasons and facts are unraveling. It's another day of Law Talk with Mike.
Let me go in here and see if I can. I'm sorry, what?
If you go back in, let them know that I can't send the town back in for sure. Then I would have to move them all to a different room.
Well, they're not. Tell, can you respond? No, Ms. Woods needs to come back out. Please. Can you do that or no?
I can try to force it.
Okay.
There we go.
All right, the court will call the case of the state of Michigan versus Daniel MaGoo, case number 25S00289.
Tiffany Woods for the people.
Allison Muller here on behalf of Daniel MaGoo. Mr. MaGoo, can you please state your name?
Good afternoon, Daniel MaGoo.
Good afternoon, Mr. MaGoo. All right. We're here for an adjourned pretrial in this case.
Yes, Your Honor. After talking with Mr. MaGoo, I do have a request of the court, and we had conversations with Mr. MaGoo about this, but basically what's happening, I understand there was an attorney breakdown with his felony attorney from my office and him on his felony matter. So he's just recently been reassigned to Mr. Drukas. Mr. MaGoo today is requesting that my office withdraw from this case, also given the same reasons, and what he thinks might be our inability to work together, and also his preference that Mr. Drukas handle all of his matters. I let him know it doesn't necessarily work like that, and unless he's, stating there's an attorney-client breakdown, then the court might not grant that. But I did want the court to know that that is his request.
Is there an attorney-client relationship breakdown or no?
Your Honor, we've only been adjourning at this point because we thought that the global resolution might be possible. I still think that's possible. I think I'm able to represent him and obtain a global if it is possible. And if at one point we learn that it's not, then I'll certainly transition into trying to resolve this matter. So from my stance, there's not an attorney-client breakdown. And I did indicate that, well, Mr. Work spoke with Mr. MaGoo and indicated that. But I understand it's still Mr. MaGoo's request for our office to be taken off. And so he asked that I address it to the court. And again, we've explained to him that it probably will not be granted unless he's claiming attorney-client breakdown, which I'm not sure if he is or is not.
Ms. Woods?
Judge, I'm trying to look through my notes. I don't see that anyone's requested a global offer. I'm more than happy to see if that's something we can do. I know this has been being adjourned based on his other felony cases. We did place a plea offer on the record. That was back in July. And then it's just been being adjourned to see what happens with his felony case. No one's ever come for a global or requested us to work out anything other than waiting to see what happens to the felony. Like, I guess they assumed it was going to be dismissed or not go to preliminary exam. I'm not sure.
Ms. Woods, I'm sorry if you weren't included in any emails. His attorney with my office, Alex Warren Green, was, I believe, coordinating with the prosecutor at the felony stage. And if there was a global, I hopefully would have included this, but I'll certainly reach out to you directly about the global.
I know that an argument was made on his behalf back in September 15th, along with everything that the prosecutor just said, for a bond reduction, which I granted at the request of his counsel at that time. And as you have indicated, Ms. Moeller, defendant indigent is not able to determine who their attorney is going to be. That is assigned based on the assignment office. And at this point in time, if you're saying there's not a breakdown, I'm not understanding. He doesn't get to just say that this attorney, he wants to have the same attorney. That's not how that works, Mr. MaGoo. Is there something you wanted to say, sir?
It was in reference to the global resolution that I apparently the prosecuting attorney, Ms. Woods, has not received anything on. I just thought it would be, I thought having Alex and also Ms. Moeller representing me in both of my cases would have some kind of cohesive approach, but being that there was a breakdown in my felony case with the public defender's office, I just wanted to really simplify things and reduce the confusion with, obviously there's a confusion with who's messaging who on the global resolution. So I just thought it would be simpler and better for me.
Thank you. I can appreciate you thinking that, but that's not how it works, unfortunately, sir. So what I'm going to do at this time is I'm going to continue counsel as counsel is. Ms. Moeller, when we come back the next time, you should have had communications with everybody as to what's going on with the global resolution, including his new attorney. Is that Mr. Drukas?
It is, Your Honor, and that's set for this week, I believe tomorrow.
I'll
Agreed.
put this over to October 16th. That's Thursday, right? October 16th, 2025 at 9:00 a.m. And hopefully we have a global resolution by then. The bond will be continued, as I said it last time. He has a 1,010% on this. I'm not sure what's going on the other matter, but he has a GPS tether if he's released on this case, which he can be.
Thank you very much, Your Honor.
You're welcome. And then on this one, I need more than 20 stickers when you get a chance. All right. We will wait for the next inmate to be brought. And in the meantime, I'll put you back in the room with Miss Allen and Miss Williams to see if we can see where we are on the other matter.
Thank you, Judge.
Wow. Well, there you have it. There you have it. Back-to-back SovCit action. I'm glad I went to the one out in Kansas because that one was a lot more exciting. MaGoo was making sense today. I like Drukas. I've always liked Drukas ever since, and this goes way back. Most of you won't remember this, but maybe a couple of you will. There was some goofy defendant in court. It was in Judge Simpson's room. And she started whispering to the judge, claiming she wanted to be quiet about something. And then Drukas was next. and he's like, Mr. Drukas, on behalf of the defendant. It was pretty damn funny. It really was. Ever since then, I kind of liked him. I'm being honest. That's back in the day. That was so long ago. I was young when that happened. I'm kidding. I wasn't young then. This cook in Kansas was fantastic. Thank you, Zach. In the middle of this, we had all this. Oh my God. I think I'm gonna have to cut it out. I think I'm gonna have to delete that because I had 2 hours of nonsense. First of all, we had Sideshow Bob there. The guy had red hair that was like flat like a table up here. And I thought he would do something goofy, and he didn't. And then even before he talked, they're like, oh, okay, we're having him get evaluated for competency. I'm like, yeah, he looks crazy. And then he's like, oh, yes, sir. Or yes, ma'am, to Judge Washington. And I'm like, oh, good Lord. Everything else in there. Then we had this restorative justice thing going on that we're all supposed to feel warm in our hearts about. But let's be honest. I just turned my camera and microphone off because I didn't have anything nice to say. I really didn't. I wasn't buying any of it. That's the truth of the matter. All right. But that's just me. I won't put my cynicism upon you all. That's not very nice. That's not very nice. I'm just a cranky old man. All right. Thank y'all for coming out. Meanwhile, there's all sorts of other material out there. But I've got to end the stream. It's getting old. It's getting old. But this thing, we've gone for 2 hours and 37 minutes at this point. For a half hour of material. But I got too excited and I jumped the gun again. And then sometimes when you jump the gun, you get lucky and fun stuff happens. No. I mean, we had fun of making fun of Mr. Hyman for a while there, I suppose. That is, there's either the case can be interesting, the judge can be interesting, or someone can have an awful name. Any one of those things can save a stream. And honestly, it's pretty common we get at least one of them. Thank you, Andrew. I see you helping me all the way through here. I do, and I appreciate it. All right, let's close this one down. I think I'm gonna have to. I think I'm gonna have to edit this one. Just take it down to the SovCits. Although we did have our crazy red hair judge, who always reminds me of 30-something. In the call from hell with the jail chaos going on in the background. I don't know.